Wet, wet, wet. That's what's apparently on the agenda as F1 heads to an Olympic Park for the Grand Prix at Sochi, which is still called the Russian Grand Prix, but also shouldn't be apparently because of the WADA ruling, but also, I don't know. I mean, Sochi's tended to be a bit of a dud race anyways. Mercedes been unbeaten there for literally a century. But what could happen over the course of this weekend? Well, could weather cause any kind of factors? Possibly. But then, you have to remember that Lewis Hamilton is typically the driver to beat in the wet. And the Mercedes is typically the car to beat in the wet. I mean, excluding, say, Imola, maybe Hungary, but then Hungary, the Merc was really the better car. Then Lewis had to do the last two challenge. And looking at what else there could be, even if it's dry running, could Red Bull claw things back? Verstappen has a 3-place grid penalty, meaning that there's every chance they try and do the whole new power unit penalty. I'd be surprised if they did, but I also would be surprised if they didn't as well. So, I don't really know what the outcome is going to be. It really depends on how well they qualify. Because worst comes to worst, this is something I've been saying since he got the penalty, worst comes to worst, he's likely going to claw back to a top 5 finish even if he starts at the back of the grid. Like, it would be losing the championship lead, but given the Merc will have to take penalties for Hamilton at some point, it's a fair trade-off, isn't it? My main question is, what's Bottas going to do? Because Sochi's always been a strong track for him. Well, I mean, I remember, wasn't it the first one, 2014, he very nearly got pole position. Got his first win there in 2017. He won there last year as well. He's a solid driver around Sochi. Question is if it's going to be more of a, Valtteri and James moment. And to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes played it. I wouldn't be surprised if Red Bull did the same with Checo. But I also wouldn't be surprised if, say, they do have a Max or a Checo right up behind them. Merc asked them to hold file. Because at the end of the day, the team's championship and the manufacturer's championship is always more important to the team than the driver's one, even if it's the driver's one that gets remembered. I think that's where we have to think about it as we get ready for this race in Sochi. It could full well be that we see a Mercedes win. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes, if they're not comfortably in the lead, don't swap the drivers if, say, Valtteri's ahead. Because at the end of the day, what matters more is winning the manufacturer's crown rather than winning the driver's crown. Because they can still extend their record books. Lewis is very much cemented in the record books. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you around. Bye for now.